Peace and blessings, soul family. I love you all. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Since we've been talking about Sankhya and non-dual Shaiva Tantra and the emanation of the tattvas, the Atma tattvas, which are found in Sankhya, which are the 25 microcosmic tattvas, and I think I went over one of the higher tattvas for Sadashiva before, just to share with one of my coven mates, but I'll actually get into those higher tattvas um, a little bit later. But since we've been talking about these and recently have talked about Purusha, that individualized awareness, the witness consciousness that is found within each of us, and so since we've been talking about Purusha, I figured that we could talk about the Purushárthas, which these are basically the objects of human pursuit, the aims or goals for the human life, the individual life. So Purusha, that individualized awareness, Artha, which is like wealth, prosperity, stuff like that, but it's together it means the aims for life. So it's the four main things that this life is made for, is for aims that we should attain for. And the first one's going to be obvious that most people understand this, kama. So sense pleasure, being able to actually enjoy this physical plane with your senses. So see beautiful things with your eyes, hear beautiful music with your ears, feel sensual pleasure with the touch of the skin, um, taste things that are very amazing and beautiful, smell beautiful aromas from nature, and also from ceremonial ritual purposes with resins and incense. So that's and these aren't in any specific order like they're supposed to start in this order, but that's just the first one I started with. So this is also includes like your psychological values, love, sensual and sexual things, desire, lust, connecting with arts, your friends and relationships, and having connections with people. Yeah, anything that has to do with the sense pleasure. And that one's kama. And then the next one is in the actual name of Purushártha, which is artha, which artha is wealth, prosperity, having economic values, and a place in society where you're building a sort of wealth. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be, yes, it also comes to like physical wealth and stuff like that, but also for like the abundance of spiritual wealth, which also includes health and your emotions and the abundance of all the beautiful things in life, that gives us a sense of security. Um, and so these first two are what almost everybody is involved in, whether or not they are walking any sort of spiritual path. This is just something that obviously comes with the human package. But the next two are the ones that are I would call the higher goals of life. And the next one's going to be Dharma. So, we've been speaking about the beautiful different systems under the umbrella of Sanatana Dharma, the eternal natural way. And so Dharma is your purpose, your moral values, having a sense of just not like religious righteousness, but just being righteous, just doing right by people, not treating people like crap, um, taking care of the social duties that you have placed yourself within. So with you, if you have a family, taking care of the roles within the family, and also uh, we see this this idea of Dharma kind of moving over into the Western ceremonial traditions and stuff within like Thelema and Aleister Crowley with his idea of the true will. So that true purpose and will, that which you are supposed to be attaining here, that which you incarnated to do. So it's your purpose. It's that which your soul intended to accomplish here in the physical plane. Where in this physical plane is the only place that we can evolve the way that we do here, and this is the only place where we can reach the attainment of complete liberation is here in the physical plane. So then the very last one is moksha. You hear this moksha, mukti, the people who attain it during life, jivan mukti, liberated while living, and that's what we all should desire to do, to be holy and as righteous and everything as the divine, like literally living and walking that path of beauty and expansion and spreading love to all the people. But moksha specifically is liberation. It is having spiritual values and self-realization, which is also God realization. When you realize the self, you realize God, and you realize your connection to the divine. So that would be the fourth and final aim of life found within the concept of Purushártha within the yogic, Vedic, and tantric systems. But yeah, that's the four means, you guys. That's the four purposes that we came here to do. And I feel it's, people have their midlife crisis and, start seeking that which is within instead of seeking to attain, because we all realize at some point, no matter what, if it's whether it's in this life or it's in another life or whatever, we all will realize that the first two that I listed, kama and artha, are not fulfilling. And we can look at all the rich people in the world that you can see have permanent frowns on their face, and they're miserable, and they're constantly always talking negative about people. You can see that these things, no matter whether you have billions and billions of dollars, or whether you have all the sense pleasure in the world, you've done all the drugs, had all the sex, all the things, at some point we realize none of these things are fulfilling and wholly fulfilling. So eventually we reach for that dharma and that moksha and seeking that higher aspect, and instead of going out in the world around us seeking to feel whole by consuming to make ourselves feel like we're whole, instead of doing that, we move that energy, move that pranic energy from out to in, and go within and seek and have that realization of self and understanding who and what you are and why you came here. Because each and every one of you had a purpose and had a reason that you incarnated here. A lot of people think this place is like a prison planet, but it's only prison planet if you contain yourself within your own prison of your mind. Knowledge will give you liberation. The only thing to remove ignorance is knowledge, jnana. So seek knowledge, and seek knowledge of self most of all, to understand who you are. I love you guys. Peace and blessings. Hope everyone has a blissful day.